Still setting up. I just realized that I'm signed out of my chat. Oops, sorry. Don't mean to shake the camera. Which is really odd, actually. That I'm signed out, but I'm still streaming to my art thing. Channel. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Been a long day. Yeah, it has. The days always seem to go by longer. They always seem to take longer during the winter. I mean, I think it's just because, like, on this side of the planet, it gets darker, you know, sooner. Yeah, I don't mind the cold. I just don't like it getting darker sooner. That's really it. I don't mind the cold. If I could do the cold with it getting dark around summer times, that'd be straight. I just don't like driving in the dark. Because people are on their phones during the day. You know they're on their phones at night. Can't see shit at night. So, yeah, I don't like driving during the night, so. If I can help it, I can do it, I just don't like to. This glove doesn't want to behave today. we're going to be working on this one. And with this one, if it won't be glaring, there we go. So we're going to work on these two pieces. I'm going to try to finish this up. Some of my pieces take forever, and that's why some of them kind of vary in price. You know, like, this has taken me months, this one. It's taken me since before I moved. Couple of these up here, the ones that I keep, didn't take me too long. Did this one on a live stream. Some of my paintings are in the house because I gotta fix this still. So that's stupid. Let me put some blocks on the. One thing I don't like about this fireplace is that the door is kind of finicky. It's really the only thing that messes me up. So, we'll be painting these two today, as I was saying. I'm just trying to, you know, ease into it, I guess. Yeah. I gotta fix some of this edging. I gotta fix that. Some of this over here. I don't know if I can just, you know, wipe it off. I might be able to do that. I might not be able to do that. So, we'll see. We'll see what we can get away with. I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that I've clear coated this yet. So if I'm careful, I might just be able to. Wipe some of this away, which I'm managing to be able to do, which is amazing. Sometimes it's these tiny little edits that give me the most stress. I don't know why, they just do. Maybe because if I'm not like right on the edge of where I'm trying to erase, I guess. I could just, you know, erase part of a mountain or the lights, I guess, or the aurora borealis or whatever it is. You know, I think that's it. Only 20 more cliffs to go. darken this, I plan to use kind of like this and get some of these edges right, but the mountains kind of exceed where the mountains are, so I kind of just gotta do this carefully. I don't want to hit that gold, and I don't want to hit these, well, really any of it, you know, so I'm just doing what I can really kind of get away with. Yeah, that's probably about all I can get away with comfortably. Fun stuff. Let's see. Gonna work on some of the mountains today. Edge up some of these. Get some of the ledges in. You know. That's the plan. Dog is so annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You ever do something and then immediately regret that decision? Made a mistake and I'm trying to fix it. And every time I fix it, I make it worse. I mean, you can't tell, but like, I can tell. Oh yeah, you can tell. Wait until it dries and see what I could do. Remember to drink water. YouTube is not gonna like what I'm drinking right now, but remember to drink water. Hello. We're just painting. I'm behind the camera a little bit. Ooh, shit, sorry. Smoke if you got 'em. Yeah, they all do have different layers, and let me put this down before I walk into camera with it. And it doesn't look bad now that I let it dry a little bit. I do just need to add kind of similar colors and stuff. What I'm going for is kind of like a desert canyon. You know, like that. but not the exact same. Yeah, I knew that was gonna blur the shit out of my thing. Focus. You'll figure it out. So yeah, I didn't want to do... I didn't want to do the same thing as that. It is the inspiration kind of the canyon, but I didn't want to do the exact same thing. So I just gotta figure out like cliff sides and jank. This is that way, you know, like think of it like that, you know, you're looking that way. So that's fair that it goes kind of dark and just kind of like you can't tell where it goes. And then you have the light from the aurora borealis or whatever you want to call this up here, to be able to see the canyon. Wow, I spaced there. To be able to see the canyon. So, and this is, right now, shifting paint. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it goes from, yeah, you can see it a little bit. It goes from purple to blue. So, that's neat. So yeah, we're just working on it. We're just working on that, and if I get too paranoid over it, then we'll go to work on emergence. And if I get too overwhelmed with that, I have a piece that I messed up on, so I painted over it. And if I do this, then I know that it's just kind of scrap, and I can kind of do willy-nilly with it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mess with that a little later. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you're new here. We kind of paint and talk about mental health. And if that works for you, or you like the vibe here, then feel free to subscribe. Hello, people. We're just hanging out. Luckily, I work with acrylic, so it's not like waiting for paint to dry or anything. I gotta throw more lid into the fire. It's so hard to grab some stuff with these gloves on. Sorry, that's probably blowing out my microphone. But we're just hanging out. I got a fire, if I can get it, not blind my... There it is. Little fire. So, I gotta go tend to that every once in a while. I'm standing here so I don't get my license plate on camera because I think I've done that before. Have fun showing up here. This is a do not pass go household. Is this going to do a fire thing? I hope it does. I hope it doesn't go out. If it does, I'm gonna be upsetty spaghetti. I'm gonna... Of course I would do that. I'm gonna put myself on mute so I can kind of get this fire going. I'll be right back. That should get it. It's the only thing that I don't like about this furnace, this wood burning furnace, is that it tends to go out pretty easy. Though, I did get the, there was a huge draft coming from this door. This door. And, like, I would stand here and I would feel the heat coming from off that, and then it would be an immediate cold. So I fixed the door. And, I shimmed it. I mean, I'm not gonna fully fix it because I gotta do that nonsense with the pin in the hinge. And it's just too cold now to have it completely out. Stays relatively warm in here even without the furnace. So, yeah. The reason I want it warm in here is because I got these two. So yeah, we'll just kind of hang out and work on this a little bit. And once we get kind of overwhelmed with this, we'll move on to something else. And kind of mess about. Yeah, that's the plan. So I know that I use the, like all the colors that are here, you might not be able to see them, but there's tons of them. On the floor, because that's green. Terracotta. I mean, really, it's just browns on top of browns on top of browns on top of browns on top of browns, layered and layered and layered. So I can really just kind of fix an oopsie by covering it with brown. It's just annoying. That's all. You go to do one thing and then you have to fix another. But it's kind of the way it is, you know? You get one thing done, or even not even close to being done sometimes. Oops. And it just kind of just doesn't work, you know? And it's easy to get frustrated. Trust me, I know. I get frustrated quite often sometimes. But you can't let that define your character. You know, it's okay to get upset sometimes. It's okay to get frustrated and have to walk away sometimes. But you can't let that be your entire character, you know? People aren't going to hold it against you if you get frustrated and walk away. It's completely okay. Even overwhelmed and have to take a walk around the block, or, you know, wherever you work, take a walk. But, like, you can't let that define who you are as a person. You can't let that bad day you can't let it define who you are as a person. We all have bad days. We all have mess ups. We all have moments where we're like, crap, I really wish I didn't do that. But like what I found is like, so what I've noticed is something that helps me is when I find myself thinking about that embarrassing moment, I just let it go. I just acknowledge it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that happened, but that happened this many years ago, or so many years ago, or this many months ago, and I can't fix it, so I'm just gonna let it go away. And then it stops bothering me, because I stop letting it bother me. I stop having it sit there in the back of my head, and instead of shoving it back into its, into its drawer, or into its, wherever it's supposed to go, in that subconscious range, instead of doing that, I acknowledge that it's there, and then I just let it go. I mean, I can't do anything about it. Like, instead of, looking cool here, I tripped over my shoe, and I ended up looking like an idiot. Like, yeah, it happens. It's okay. Instead of, or, you're at a restaurant or something, and, the waiter's like, enjoy your meal, and you go, yeah, you too. You can't let that just weigh on your mind. It happens. It's okay, but you gotta let it go. Exactly. Missy said, it's easier and healthier to walk away and breathe and decompress rather than wallow in it and letting it consume you to where you're just miserable. And that's 100% correct. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, well, I had a bad day, and then, tomorrow think of how the previous day sucked, and then that's going to be your day because you're going to nonstop think about it. You can't just wallow in it. Bad days happen. It's okay to have bad days. You just got to push through it. You just got to let it go. It's okay. And trust me, I'm not the greatest at letting things go. I'm really not. If any zodiac people are out there, I am a Taurus. I don't know all the other stuff, but I know the zodiac of Taurus. Ask my wife. I am fully onto that Taurus game. I'm very stubborn. It's just like I don't like that stuff weighing down on me. I don't want to think of, what I did in high school, which is like 15 years ago. I can't change that stuff. There's no point in, I'm trying to be better at being in front of the camera when I talk. I can't change any of the stuff that happened 15, 12, 10, 5 years ago, even 2 months ago. I can't change any of it. I can't change the stuff that happened yesterday. What I can do is not let it bother me. I can let it go. That's it. I can just... That's it. That's it. And yeah, it's harder than it looks. Trust me, it is. I'm just trying to be able to do that. But the ability to let that go and not have it bother you is the key of mental health. YouTube doesn't like me smoking on camera, so I try not to do it on camera. This is a 21 and over channel. Come on. It's just YouTube censors a whole bunch of shit, so I can't do certain things that are legal and doable anywhere else. I can do them on Twitch. That's besides the point. It's not like it's cold in here, but if I let it go out for too long, it will get cold in here because I still haven't fixed all the drafts. I fixed the main draft, but I didn't fix all the drafts. But like I said, it doesn't get too cold in here. It doesn't get too bad. There's probably a good, say 10-degree difference. I'm gonna get a thermometer. I'm gonna put a thermometer like somewhere over here near the door and have it outside and have one inside. Because these engines get upsetty spaghetti when they get too cold. Which, don't we all? Come on now. But I'm an all-year rider. I do all-year-round motorcycle rides. I have to ride around sometimes, even when it's cold. Just that I just don't like spontaneously combust. But yeah, you know, you gotta figure out what helps your mental health, and then you just gotta push forward from that. Look, I'm not an expert. I'm just someone struggling with mental health. Maybe just like you, and just maybe we can help each other. So, you know, I'm not a professional, you know, so. And everybody's different too, so what may help me may not help you. But maybe an idea that helps me may help you because you never thought of something. You know, that's the idea of this channel, is to be able to talk to each other on mental health, about mental health, as adults, and maybe we'll help each other. So this is shadowed, and so this is an angle that should be light, and this should be dark, and this should have like a definite line down the center. So I'm gonna do kind of like a darker terracotta almost. Because, you know, you look at canyons like Grand Canyon, for instance, and it's very like red oxides copper oxides. Oh shit, do I have a copper oxide? That'd be neat. Boy, would I feel like an idiot. I do. Red oxide. Wow, there is a red oxide. My friend was trying to tell me something for sure. Boy, do I feel like an idiot. we'll use that for some of the highlights anyway, so no worries. It's alright. We figured it out, huh? I'm using the same brush pattern, sort of, as I did with Emergence. I'm just doing it upside down rather than going up. I'm going... I mean, it's basically the same thing, I guess. It's the same brush stroke, I'm just doing it the opposite way for these cliffs. Right now I'm just kind of working on... So right now I'm just working on blending and highlighting what's dark, highlighting what's light. Yeah, I guess that's very canyon red. I mean, it's almost very terracotta too. It's just a hair off. Well, I mean, it's still in the same palette. It's just different than terracotta by hair. Looks like there's a little bit more orange in red. There's a little bit more orange and there's a little bit more yellow in terracotta than there is in red oxide. Red oxide has a little bit more red in it. So like, I'll come over and show you guys here in a second. So like, oh, I tore my glove. Okay. Let's fix it. And then this is Sidonia clay on my thumb. And then this is terracotta. If it wants to come out. There it is. So, shit. There we go. This is red oxide. Let me see if I can get the light. Sorry, that might be loud. This is terracotta. Oh wait, no, shit. I'm already fucking up. This is red oxide. This is Sidonia clay. And then this is terracotta. There we go. Okay. So, I keep telling people I have a memory of a goldfish. So this is this color. Right? So they're all a little different. They're all kind of the same though. This is terracotta right here. And that's what this color is. And then Sidonia clay is on my thumb. See, they're almost, these two are almost very much similar, but if I put them together, let me grab a new glove so it's not contrasting too hard. So, on my index finger is, oops, that's a lot, red oxide, and on my thumb, oop, that's a lot, is Sidonia clay. And I'll put them both on index finger so you can, this was on my thumb, so. This is Sidonia clay, and this is red oxide. See how similar those are? This is why artists get so upset. They're just a hair off. Just a hair. Like this one definitely has a little bit more red than this one. This one has a little bit more brown. Let me see if I can get a setting I might let look a little funky, but there we go. Now you can tell with the incandescent-ish light. Isn't that wild? You want to see something weird? So like with different light, it'll look different. So like this, let me see. It's opposite for me. So this with white light may look a little bit more orange, but with, sorry, that's the white light. That was blue light. It's worse in person, man. It's so much worse. If I put the yellow light on it, it's a little bit easier to tell. Isn't that wild? So that's why I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lights on. It's just to help with, hey, look at that. This one's usually yellow. This one's usually white light. And then I have 2 white lights pointing at the canvas. You see that against the window? That's one of the lights. And then I have 1, 2, 3 yellow lights. And they kind of, they're incandescent. I'm just being lazy. To kind of balance it all out. And I still can never see. So, that's just the way it is. I'm going to open something. Drink or smoke if you got them. So, you know, it's really hard to open things when you got gloves on. None of my fingers work except when to hold an art brush, paintbrush. Words don't work, you know. Oh yay, I have a fire lit again. Sometimes it'll go out, and then it'll restart, and then it'll go out, and then it'll restart. I don't know. The paint on my fingers made it easier to do that. That was nice. you know who I forgot to tell that I was, friggin' live? I can't text with these gloves on. For shit. Whoops. I'm trying to figure out still how to use this whole deal. I watch videos. I'm using Streamlabs. I watch videos and stuff, but I am not technologically inclined. So, if anything ever looks off, or like you could give me some advice, that would be great. Either when you're watching live or when you're watching after. Down in the comments, that would be great. That would be fantastic. Any help helps. So, oh crap, I forgot to do this. Actually, let's put that there. I literally have 4 cup holders for a reason. So, yeah, so we're gonna touch up this shadow a little bit. I want to pull this corner down to about here, and same thing with this corner. I gotta look at that reference image again. Again, if I push any buttons, I apologize. Oof, excuse me. I mean, you can literally just Google Desert Canyon, and that's basically all the images I'm looking at for reference. So, like, I'm not too far off. I just need to get my angles and my shading right. There's so many river canyons. I'm so glad I didn't do a river. And like, yeah, I know, that's kind of what a canyon is, but I want it to be different. Everybody wants to be different, you know? That's okay. Okay, so I think I know what I'm doing. It kind of looks what I'm looking at. Yeah, that one. Okay. So I just have to do like channels and whatnot. I guess I could do that. I hate depth. It's not that I hate it, it's just that it's tedious. And we might switch painting soon. But I do want to kind of blend this up a little bit, just so that it doesn't look absolutely hideous. I just need to find it. Okay. I keep saying that, but if anybody that draws, you know, you look at your reference image or images, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm ready, and then you go to paint, and it's just like, I knew that was gonna get somebody on the comment. Hey, what's up, buddy? I am painting depth, which, if you've ever drawn or done any type of really anything, it's just kind of, depth is kind of just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Tedious? Yeah, that works. Let me lock in here in a minute, for a second rather. So like the thing is that I shake really bad. I have a medical disorder where I shake. Let me put the screen up so I can see where I'm at. So I shake a little bit. Sometimes they're better than others, but you know, I shake a little bit. So I gotta hold my breath when I do fine details, so I can't do them all the time, because I will pass out when I do art. I have done it before. So I just gotta take it a little easy, you know, take my time. Well, yeah, I mean, I just can't, you know, do it on camera, that's all. I can't do that stuff on camera. Actually, speaking of which, smoke if you got 'em. That's the plan. Here's the new one. Remember to like and share. The more people that see this, the more it helps them and the channel. It's not, that's not it. I'm sorry, not. Hold on, I have a thing. I'll send it to you after the live, buddy. I have a thing for it. So, yeah. It might be in here, honestly. Yeah. Anyway. We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna go inside and do something real quick. I'm gonna put it onto here. Be right back. To help donate to me, everything that you send me, I will send. Wow, my brain is taking a shit. If you donate to my Cash App, the money that goes into the Cash App helps me buy art supplies. It helps me buy paintbrushes, canvases, spray paint, clear coat, varnish. I have something over here that I bought with it. Let's see. Let's go to Art Garage once. This thing. Helps me purchase a whole bunch of things for the channel to help me continue to do stuff. Like, someone got us this. And that's nice. So, yeah, I will pull that page up again. You don't have to, guys. It is very much helpful, but, I mean, this economy sucks, so I'm not gonna moan and groan. If you don't... I'm not that type of streamer. I don't care. Like, I do. I obviously care. I mean, I paint all the fucking time. But I'm not gonna beg my viewers to donate or buy a subscription or do any of that stuff. It's just, I'm not interested in it. If a piece grabs your eye, it's for purchase. All of my pieces are for purchase unless I specifically say they're not. Aw, thank you. Donations help. I actually need brushes. I notoriously don't take care of my brushes. These are some that are just frozen up. See, these are just like frozen up. It's me pushing at it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't buy expensive brushes for that reason. I don't buy like $82 brushes because I know that I'm probably gonna throw them halfway across the room. Because if you've seen any of my live streams, I tend to just kind of flip the entire thing sometimes. So yeah, I actually have that one right here is kind of it's starting to fail. That's why it's over here. So it's starting to give up, which is, I mean, you know, I did throw it across the studio, so it's not the worst thing. So yeah, we're gonna go paint. You can always make things darker, but it's a lot harder to make things lighter. I mean, I'm not exactly going for the realism kind of area. I do more surrealism anyway. So I'm not gonna be super angry if it doesn't look realistic. so much stuff on my floors. Now, all I gotta do is blend. Stop doing that, it's really annoying. There we go. Got that part kind of done. Oh jeez. It'll look better once it's dry. Smoke if you got 'em. I gotta deal with the fire a little bit. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Dab and Dave. Thank you. Bring it closer to the camera a little bit. If I can friggin' see. Here we go. Here, let me turn this down a little bit. Yeah. Opposite for me. Sorry. There we go. That's all. This right here. Oop, this right here is what we did right now. So we just got to do that on all the rest of this. Thank you to everybody that is saying that it looks good. It means a lot. I didn't realize this was moved all the way over here. My bad. I plan to get these mounted. It's just... it's gonna be a while. I put it something. Oh. Okay, so that's caught. So that kind of circulates. Whew. I appreciate that. Truly, truly, truly. So yeah, we're just gonna sit here and blend a little bit more. Let me do this. Midnight Visions Artworks is sponsored by Dubby. Go to www.dubby.gg and at checkout enter promo code MVADubby, that is MVADUBBY at checkout, and you'll receive 10% off your first order. I personally like the s'mores. Missy Hall says, yeah, it's amazing. I really like the s'mores one. I mix it with a little bit of honey, heat it up. It's freaking amazing. You add a little bit of milk, add a little bit of it comes with a little measuring cup spoon thing, so you can add as much powder as you want, depending on how awake you want to be. I don't notice any crash. I don't notice any jitters. I personally like it. I really like the s'mores, and then the blue raz purple grape. It's one of those colors. It tastes like Smarties water. You know, when you put like Smarties, the candy, and water, and you shake it up, and then you like let it dissolve. It tastes like that. But yeah, I don't notice any crash. I don't notice any jitters, and they're kind enough to be an affiliate. So yeah, enter MVA Dubby. That is MVA. Like Midnight Visions Artworks, MVA, Dubby, D-U-B-B-Y, at checkout, and you'll receive 10% off your first order. And that helps the channel grow, that helps me buy paintbrushes, that helps me buy all this other stuff that you see behind me. It all goes towards this. I'm not over here spending art money on, I don't know, non-art shit. I'm very like linear person, so if someone gives me like $10 or something, is like, oh yeah, here's money for paints, that's exactly what I'm buying with that money. I've always been that way. So that donation here really helps the channel. You can send me money and tell me in a note what you want. If you want a shout out, just put shout out, and I will shout you out and show you the channel what I bought with the money that was sent. Ow, son of a... You know, that really hurt. Oh, I thought those were coyotes, but no, it's an aliens. There's so much going on outside recently, it's wild. It's because it snowed, and then it froze, and then it melted, and then it froze again because it got cold. So, it's just, people are wilding. Going crazy. And it's all the holidays too, so you know everybody's like high strung, tense, not paying attention. It is. It's alright. I think I'm going to touch this up just a little bit and blend it just a tad more. Especially like on the very ends here. I tend to forget to do those. Be surprised about how many times I have to go into the end of artwork and touch up like the angles and the corners of things. Quite a lot, actually. We're gonna switch paintings here in a minute. into something we can kind of just mess with. Bring that up too. Okay. At least we're switching pieces. So that's the corner that, that's the corner that we just did right here. So yeah, let me switch this out, fix that, and So, I felt burnt out when I did this piece, and I got frustrated with it, and so I scrapped it. No, it is not abstraction kraken. Excuse me, it is a different one. So, we're going to we're gonna paint white, and unless you guys have a different idea of what the base color should be, my idea is white. But yeah, that would have been cool if I caught it. Sometimes I catch it. I don't know if I've ever caught that on camera. Let's see. I gotta grab this thing. I mean, there's probably still gonna be a little bit of purple showing, but most of it's just gonna be, wow, I'm all blurry, look at that. There it goes. Most of it's just gonna be white. Do you guys have any idea what another color I should use? We're just going willy-nilly on this, I don't really have an idea. Red. We can definitely do red. Let me put some white. Red. Okay, let's see. Red. Would you want like canyon red or like just red in general? 'Cause I got loads of red. Do you want light red, dark red, medium red? Come on, Dave, you know to be more specific than just red. Do you want tomato red? Do you want burgundy rose red? Do you want canyon red? Do you want island coral? Do you want red apple? Do you want red barn? Do you want accent crown red velvet? Do you want tomato spice, which is apparently different than tomato red? Rogue cardinal? Flamingo red? What? Oh, flamenco red. Well, there's dyslexia for you. Burgundy. Burgundy. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Like, I know where I put it. I just don't know where. Burgundy. What a beautiful red color of burgundy. I'll check with if this is the burgundy color that you want. That color? Or do you want more red? That's burgundy. More red than that? I mean, that's not too horrible. Actually, let me spread that out a little bit and I'll show you. See, like, let me bring over, there you go. See, that's a little bit more red than what it was showing in the yellow light. It was bringing out the orange. I have, let's see. That's cool. Okie dokie. We shall do some red up here, here, big glop red over there, some red, and some red in the triangle, right there. So we're just gonna kind of do the same thing that we did. We might just let it drip a little bit. We're just kind of going with the flow here. I don't really have an idea of which direction I'm going, as long as it's going in some sort of direction. Let's see. I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna try to find my mask. Let's see. There it is. And I might actually spray paint some stuff on here too. I have a little bit of that teal left. I feel like teal might go pretty good with this, but we'll see. You know, I'm doing all this and just holding my mask. Smart! I do gotta open my door a little bit though. want this to dry so that I can do this lettering. It's so like I could maybe do it like here or like here if I even draw it right. I'm just waiting for it to dry. I might pull it in front of the fan real quick. Still a little bit wet, but we'll do. So like I gotta write this out before I do this because although I lived here and I'm familiar, it's hard for me to write in Japanese still. I mean, again, it's abstract, so I'm not super worried, but I don't want to. It's such a finicky. That's so long. Like one. Yeah, like. So I might do. Because that's light and brightness. But at the same time, my Korean, Japanese, and German are, any of my Dutch is just kind of screwy, so I might just figure something else out, which is okay. Yay, for living all over the place and not being able to recall. Try to figure out, like, I kind of want to do, like, reference images. Whoops. Let's see. There we go. So that would be like a... H-I-J... This one I need one that I can just kind of... Oh, what am I doing? Let's see. Let's see, we might have to finish this another day so I can research how to draw these needle letters. These are like, I'm not good at writing. I'm not. So like, I even got yelled at in school for that. This is more like drawing, so all I really gotta do is just kind of figure out the brush strokes, but LMNO. What? Up? Over that. Oh, okay. Okay. I could even be more fancy and then like a... like that. Okay. Okay. These are very... So like, funny story, I used to do this when I was a kid. I used to kind of be a delinquent. But letters changed so much, they got very, you know, stylized. don't get me wrong, it's cool. But okay, I got it. It's like one, and like that, so. Okie dokie. Okay, I could even do it like that. QRLMNLPQRSTU. It's literally just like a. That's it. I look like an O, that's why I had to like. The O looks like a Q. It's so neat. B. U. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more time to figure this all out, but might as well sit here and kind of hang out for a little while, you know? Okay, I can do that. It's doable. I just need to space my R away from the, yeah. Wow, I don't know what I was trying to do there. Listexia. What? Yeah. Okay. Well, I have homework. Where did it go? I'm gonna head out. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Remember to like, share, subscribe, donate, and use the promo code at Dubby, which is MVA Dubby, and you will have 10% off at your first checkout. See you later, guys. Good night. Thank you for checking in.